Hello traders, welcome to our educational videos brought to you through FXCL Markets, FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please let me introduce myself to you. My name is William K. Gilday. I'm a professional Forex trader. I've been trading from 2006 and I'm still currently trading the Forex market in 2014. And before we get started, let's go over the risk disclaimer. As we know, Forex has risk, and you have a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. I would like to welcome you to the Market Open Preview. We bring this to you every day through FXCL Excellence in Trading, where we will go over charts, analysis, and possible trade plans and trade entries for the trading day, the open of the European market and the U.S. markets. Let us first take a look at today's fundamentals update. Okay, so today we have out of the Aussie, we have home loans that came out at 2.3 versus 2.0. That was a positive number. Today in the European session, we have the Euro's trade balance. It's expected at 18.8 versus previous 17.2. And the Great British Pound also has trade balance. It's expected at negative 9.0, and the previous was negative 9.79. In the U.S. session, not a lot of data coming out, and we have crude oil and gas inventories month on month, both of those in the U.S. session. Okay, traders, why don't we get to the charts and start doing some analysis today and get ready for our trading day. All right, first thing let's take a look at. Let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. And we're going to go to the daily chart. This is our daily chart on the Aussie dollar. And you can see we are still in an uptrend. We keep getting higher highs and higher lows. So we're still in an uptrend. It is still very bullish. So there's really no change there. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. But however, let's make this a little bit bigger so we can see this better. There you go. So this is today's candle. Just looks like a little line there. Not much going on there, but we still are bullish. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. Here's the 4-hour chart. Very nice. Higher highs and higher lows. We continue today in the uptrend. So the trend is up. We're coming into this channel that we put on the daily chart. And we're coming up to the top of that channel, which actually is at 94.02. Alrighty, so that's confirmation of the daily. Let's go to the 1-hour chart. The 1-hour chart is pulling back and it's coming back down. Now look at what this did yesterday, traders. We put this in here and it'll be more clear on the 15-minute chart, but we put this in that we wanted the pullback and for price to continue back up. Well, it didn't happen in yesterday's trading session. It actually happened late in New York and into the Asia session. Little wondering what's going to happen with this MACD. This MACD is now below the zero line and we have a big bar on the histogram. We do have a crossover of the moving averages inside the MACD, so we want to keep an eye on that. A couple of things that bring to my mind is this top Bollinger Band is curled to the downside and the lower Bollinger Band is curled to the upside, and the middle Bollinger Band, which is the 20 simple moving average, is to the upside. So I would expect that we possibly have a good chance that we're going to see a bounce here. I think we can get a bounce there without any problem at all. So keep an eye on that. Let's go to the 15-minute chart and see if we can do anything. Here's our 15-minute chart summing up the 1-hour chart and basically confirming that we are in a pullback mode, which is okay. So yesterday I was talking about this pullback that we wanted to see. It didn't actually pull back into our levels here, and it didn't pull back into our box. So why don't we get rid of that? Okay, traders, so now we have our 15-minute chart. We've cleaned off all that stuff on the chart, and we're going to start fresh here on the 15-minute chart. I'd like to bounce back to the hourly. And I'm going back to the hourly because we have 2 to the left, 2 to the right, and we have 2 to the left, 2 to the right on the lower side. So on the hourly chart, let's take a fib here. So that looks fine. And we're looking for maybe the 38.2 right to that Bollinger Band, middle Bollinger Band, or it could pop off this 50% fib. So we'll just keep an eye on that, but that's an area that you want to look out for is 93.60. Let's go back to the 15-minute chart. And yes, I did that for a reason, because now we don't have 2 to the right and 2 to the left on the 15-minute chart. So we have no fib here. So we had to go to the hourly to make that fib, so we can basically get an idea where this is going to bounce from. And we're seeing it's bouncing on the 50% fib at 93.60. So we are about 40 minutes before the London Open at the time of this video, and I don't know if I want to enter into a trade here, even though we are going with the trend. It is bullish, and our MACD on the 15-minute chart, the histogram, is lower than the previous one, so it's coming back up to the 0 line. And if you look at the blue line in that MACD, it looks like it's starting to curl to the upside. So the long trade might be a good idea. The question is, when are we going to do it? I would think of something like this, traders. We have our fib, and that's fine. I just take this here. Let's just bring this down. There we go. That's a 2-touch. Touch here, touch there. It's a 2-touch trend line. I'm okay with that. I'd like to see that pop that trend line and close above it, and then we could take this back up to the 93.85 area, and let's see how many pips we got there. That's only 18 pips. I'm not liking that, and so risk to reward, this is a no-go, because our fib's got to be, our stop has to be below this level at 93.35, and that's 31 pips. We're only looking at 18, and we're going to get into trouble with resistance. Where is our take profit at? Take profit is the 16.8 at 94.16. So the take profit is fine. The issue is we have this high here, so it would have to take out the high. If you took it to the 161.8 fib, the risk reward is okay. If you took it to resistance, it's not okay. And that's something you're going to have to look at when you're in your trade plan and see if that risk tolerance is okay and if that drawdown is okay. Okay, traders, let's get out of this and let's look at another pair. Okay, traders, we're now taking a look at the Euro-Yen. Now, the Euro-Yen's average daily range is 107 pips, and today it's only moved 34 pips since the market opened today, which I look at that as the Tokyo Open. So let's take a look at this. This is our daily. We're in a downtrend. We've been in a downtrend. This is a downtrend. Came back up, fibbed. Probably fibbed this swing here. This swing here it fibbed. This is our 4-hour chart, and it is in a downtrend. Have a little pullback here. On the current candle, we have a red candle. And everything is below the 0 line on the histogram. So at this point, I'm looking at this is pretty bearish. Now, I'm expecting that we're going to see some green candles, blue candles, to the upside on the hourly chart. So let's bump over to the hourly. And you can see we do have some higher highs and higher lows, but now it's come down and spiked that. Now it's bouncing off this center Bollinger Band, which is the 20 simple moving average. So I'm expecting this to continue to the downside, and I'm only looking to take this to the downside. So apparently the market, being that this is showing yen strength in this pair, that the market is okay with what Kuroda said yesterday. So let's do a fib, and this is going to be right there, and we're going to take this to here, because that's the only place we have 2 to the right and 2 to the left, and that's the high. So look at this, traders. We are at the 38.2 at 140.76. So I would expect that this is gonna head up to the 141.00 area, and then probably take the bounce to the downside, as that is a psychological level and all that stuff. So I'm looking at something like here. Like to see that pullback, and we'll take a look at that on the 15-minute chart. And we'd like to see that pullback to the downside here, and we're just going to continue in the trend. I'm only interested in staying within the trend. So let's go to the 15-minute chart. Here's our 15-minute chart, and I have to zoom in here a little bit. So if we bring this over here so we can see this, again, we're looking for this to the downside, possibly at that area. Traders, at this 38.2, it could turn around and come back down. So we definitely have some moves here. So the trade plan on this Euro Yen is going to be, we're going to stay with the trend. We are going to look for bearish patterns and Fibonacci levels so we could take this and resume the trend to the downside, which is yen strength. Okay, traders, let's just take a really quick look at the dollar yen, staying in the yen focus. Look at how today on this daily chart that the MACD histogram has come below the 0 line. We have a crossover of the moving averages, and this is bearish. And looks like it's just kicking off of this 102.13 area, 102 area. And we're getting a bounce there, which we would expect. And that is all good. However, we're still seeing yen strength here. Just want to go to the 1 hour chart. Here's our pullback. Here's your 1 hour chart. Let me make that a little bit bigger for you, traders. Okay. So the only thing I don't like are these Bollinger Bands, but I don't trade the dollar yen on a normal basis because of its average daily range. So now its average daily range is 62, and it's moved already 36 pips today. So I don't trade this pair. I use this pair as a tool. So I really don't set up a trade plan as far as to enter or exit this trade. But it's confirming that the yen is strong, and that's what the whole focus on today's trade plans are, is that the yen is strong. Traders, on behalf of myself and FXCL Excellence in Trading, I would like to thank you for joining me today, and I'm hoping to see you later in the day as we will bring to you our market updates. If we take any trades today, in our discussion reference the yen pairs, and that's what I'm looking at for today, I will come back and I will do another video for the market updates and how our trade went. So again, thanks to FXCL, and thanks to you for letting me be here, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you, traders, and have a great trading day. Bye-bye now.